In this post, learn how can a housewife earn from home by sewing, clothing business or any other online business. A couple of days back, I watched a video where housewives were shown as desperate and lonely. They didn't know where life was taking them and they were just passing with time. I found that idea and the whole concept disgusting because I have seen women, career or no career, are far more enterprising. They know their mind and their dreams. It could be that they are trapped in certain circumstances, but if willing, they can make a career and earn money. So, even if you are a stay at home mom or do not need to be a desperate housewife, money in our hands can give us tremendous freedom to make our own choices. Saving is okay, but if you earn a regular income, you get to learn new skills on the way and make yourself more independent. I learned certain things which I share with you here. Read on. When you look around, you realize how entrepreneurial this social media, that is, WhatsApp, Facebook, etc., has made us. There is no doubt that you got huge chances of being the next door billionaire if you are a housewife. I'm a housewife for a few years and I know what a good deal of work it is. You work all day and still you are not exactly working. There are certain circumstances which are beyond your control that you have to stay at home for some reason or the other. Small kids, health issues, family members' bad health, transfers, educational sabbatical, no good opportunities in the neighborhood, security issues, and now the coronavirus. I do respect other circumstances and stay at home choices, but frankly speaking, this is something I detest for a reason. People make this term housewife seem like as if we don't have any work on this planet but to be bound inside our houses. It seems some kind of abuse the way it is used. No longer we can allow others to judge us. This is not the be all and end all of our life. We can certainly do something on our own. Something which makes us feel like an individual, not to be referred only as somebody's daughter, wife, mother, and so on. So, how can a housewife earn from home? If you are also bound in your house being a housewife, rejoice with me. The latest report in Times of India shared with us based on research of Zeno consulting firm. It clearly says that social media has birthed up $9 billion clothing and lifestyle businesses that proud housewives are running. This is a bright, shiny ray in your cloudy days if you miss your working days and wish to do something on your own. So the options that you have to start is 1. To create a business from scratch. Whenever there is a discussion of starting some sort of work or business, people are stuck. The immediate issue is we don't have huge money, shop, office, contacts, etc. etc. Believe me, if you want to do something, the very first thing that you need is no excuse attitude. I can see you fuming at me and questioning me. These are facts of life, not excuses. If only you were in my shoes, you would have been knowing. I accept. I also behaved this way many times. I also viewed a lot of real life facts around me, which I knew gradually were my clever brain's excuses to not doing anything worthwhile. This is the biggest hurdle in doing anything. Once we overcame this department, we can do just anything. Look at this situation like a game. You pass one hurdle, win some laurels, then you are given a bigger trouble. You overcome that one also. If you don't overcome, you try your best to do so in multiple attempts. If you ultimately feel that this is something you can't do, you quit, but start some new game and keep trying till you are satisfied that you reached your game's or your full potential. We are on this earth not only to work for our family, kids, money, fame, name, and all those things, but to achieve our full potential. All other things are just byproducts in the journey of finding out what best can we do and how best can we be. So, how you get motivated to work? If you are one of those kinds who feel that we have a good, comfortable life, we married a rich man, so we don't have to toil in our life, we are going good, what's the need of doing work? Good. A comfortable life, everybody rejoices. Going out of your comfort zone is a bit uncomfortable. Why the hell we work when we are given everything by doing no bound work? I tell you a story I read and loved. This story made me think for many days and I really appreciated the reason it gives. Read it. There lived a beautiful peacock. He had to work so hard to get his food amidst the dense forest. He used to get tired throughout the day. Once a merchant happened to visit that forest in search of beautiful feathers of peacocks. He watched and followed our beautiful peacock and offered to give him food and shelter if the peacock gave him feathers every day. Peacock agreed. He lived a comfortable life. He had not to worry anymore. Thus, days and years passed. Peacock got old and had no feathers to offer. Merchant had no profit to give him. He sent the peacock back to the forest. After years of idle life, Peacock neither had the energy to fly nor he could move his fat body to search for his food. His misery led him to a painful death. This is just a story. I have seen a few rich women facing the dread of destiny when their husbands faced unfortunate ends. One of them, a doctor's wife, had to start working after 30 years of marriage so that her kids could complete their education. When her husband was no more and she had no inkling, what could she do at that stage? That was the extreme case. But yes, why make yourself so dependent that you lose your self worth? So, how you can start an online store? If you keep thinking how to jump into e-commerce boom to make money, then read this real life rap to riches story. Recently, I met a super rich lady. She was immaculately dressed up, well mannered, and a great hostess. She was a housewife all her life, but she was earning 4 times her husband, sitting at home literally. I was curious how. She told me that her parents were very poor and she was married off to a man who was educated but poor indeed. Then she resolved that it was not her mistake that she was born poor, but it would be her undoing if she died poor. So she was given a few saris and other clothes by her relatives on various occasions. She sold those saris and clothes to others for money. She saved that money, bought some more saris, sold again, and that way she happened to have good money to start a big shopping mall on her name in Lakshmangarh, Rajasthan, and started as investor. Can you believe? She is illiterate. Very humble beginning, but a big attitude to do something on her own. Above all else, her patience and consistency paid off. To make a successful online store, you need to know all the rules to run a real life offline store. Gather all information about the kind of work that you can do. If you can do it offline, you can take it to online. So, how can you earn with your smartphone or PC? Let's come to the point. Bring your smartphone to the picture. We are fortunate enough to have more than that lady had, so we can ensure better utilization of our resources. Perhaps we can do a similar or a better version of our work using social networking sites. Creating your free Facebook business page or Google business account, or you can just contact your neighbors through WhatsApp and get them in loop to sell whatever products or services you want to. Whatever you do, don't be in a haste. It may take you instant hit, but it may also take you months when you first make real money. Real money that does not include costs. That time you would reach your break even point, the point where you no longer break yourself even to fret about meeting costs and start earning profits. But what is most important? It is important that you take good care of health and stay inspired. Get going. Do share with me your plans to make things workable in practical sense because I understand what it takes to be a housewife and an entrepreneur at the same time. Start this journey relentlessly, consistently, lovingly, even if for a few hours, and see the seed of your efforts turning into a money making tree. All the best for your efforts.